Welcome back to more 2d6 dungeon, down in level 3 this time. So last time we explored this whole wing of the dungeon here, which I'm already regretting giving the dungeon that funky shape, but we'll have to deal. And we found a whole snake of rooms with a preserving room at the end where we fought 2 zombies, but luckily didn't get hit a lot. So we are still looking fine HP-wise, which is why I'd like to look for some more gold before going back to town, because at the moment we can't really afford anything. So we'll backtrack from here and try to go through this wooden door up here, right behind that funny shaped room. So again, this is how we're looking at the moment. We have leveled up to level 4 and have gotten our new maneuver, the swooping spin, which does d6 plus 4 damage and already came in handy. But before we can use it again, we'll have to see if we can make our way through that door. If that is locked now and we fail to get through it, we have a bit of a problem, because there isn't really any other way due to my funny dungeon layout. But I think we can always just wait in front of the door, wait for a patrol. So let's roll. That is not locked at all, quite the opposite. So we'll just head through here and see what we find. That is a double 4, which we will re-roll. Wow, okay, so this is a huge room, a 9 by 10. That's a bit crazy. Roll for doors. 3 doors, but it doesn't have space for that many, so we'll just put in a single one. And I will have the room bordering the very edge of the dungeon here and just cut it off in the corner so it's got a funny shape again. But even with those missing squares, it's a large room. And as I said, I'm treating them from the size we rolled anyways, because I don't want my funny looking map to affect our room rolls, at least not that much. So level 3 large rooms. I'm not looking at the table, I'm just rolling. So that's a 5. A stone garrison, which is unique. So that's 11, stone garrison. And rows of stone warriors lined up here as if ready for a battle. Oh, that's probably supposed to say ready for a battle. Missing a Y there. Okay, rows of stone warriors lined up here as if ready for a battle. As you enter, the general comes to life and attacks. Use Stone Maiden stats, and if you survive, roll on CT3. And it's got reinforced doors, or 1 reinforced door. Stone Maiden. Now that sounds very scary. I am assuming that is a level 3. Yup. That's another new one. 30 HP. Really? So we did fight that Ashen Fext last time, which gave us 130 XP and only had 18 HP. And now the Stone Maiden has 30 HP and only gives 90 XP. I'll try to see if I can make this somewhat big enough to see on camera. Yeah. So this is certainly scary, but I guess she's made of stone, or the general is made of stone, so a lot of HP makes sense. Only 1 shift, I like seeing that. Let's have a quick look and compare the movesets with our armor pieces. So primary 3s, 4s and 5s, which means our swooping spin is debuffed again. She will take 2 less damage, so both of our attacks do d6 plus 2. Okay, so we just don't have to think about which one to use. And a stone fist for d6 damage, that is a lot. But at least that's only one maneuver and only one shift, so not gonna hit a lot. Now, do we drink a finesse potion here? Just to make it more likely. I think because she has... but she's got so much HP. You know what? Let's throw our throwing axe +3. Now there's again a 50-50 chance of losing it, but I think the throwing axe will do us good here. So we roll, which is a 3 and a 2. Now that sadly hits the stone skin. So the axe will be doing 2 less damage. Axes do 6. X is +3, so 9 minus the 2 will be 7 damage just at the start of combat immediately. And the axe is lost because she deflected it. Keep saying she, but this is supposed to be the general of the garrison, right? So could still be a she. So we don't know. That's our axe gone. We still get to attack. And I'm noticing glare on here again. Oh, I didn't even check. Ah yeah, so the stone fist also gets blocked by our leather bracers, so that'll at least be d6 -1. Sadly not the helmet, but oh well. That's an exact strike. Oh, nice. So again, we'll be adding on our shift onto the swooping spin. So we'll be doing d6 +6 damage. And now I've got to quickly check if the interrupts apply for exact strikes or not. I know they don't if you crit with 2 6s, but I'm unsure with the exact strike. Give me a second. Okay, so I've checked back and the whole ignoring the interrupts only is listed under the crits with double 6s, so I'm afraid the stone skin still applies. But nevertheless, the stone skin sort of negates the extra shift and we're doing d6 +4 damage. So this is a nice chance at some high damage. And we hit it. Okay, so that's a third of her maximum taken out in one swoop, swooping spin. And with the throwing axe, we've already done, what's that, 17? Yeah, 17 damage to her before she even got to attack us. So this is going very nicely. But now, let's have her attack us. 5 and a 1, that's far off the stone fist. So no luck there. Attack back. 1 and a 2 with a 2 shift. That will be another swooping spin. This time d6 +2. 7 again. We're rolling really nicely here. So she's only got 6 life left. And rolls a miss. Okay, so I don't know if we needed the throwing axe necessarily, but this has been fun so far. Anyways. And obviously the longer the fight goes, the more likely she's to hit us. But our HP is looking good, so maybe a bit of a waste. But if you encounter 30 HP, I think it's fine to throw a throwing axe. So looking at that, we can't do anything with that yet, because we need 3 shift. So that's our first miss. She rolls a 4 and a 5. Just 2 of the stone fist, but she only has 1 shift. Let's start round 4. So now we have 3 shift. 3 and a 5. Yeah, so that is definitely another swooping spin. d6 +2 again. Let's hope for at least a 4. No. But this means if we hit once more, we definitely kill her because we are always doing d6 plus 2, so our minimum is 3 damage. That's good news. So probably with the extra shift we'll be able to kill her next round. Hope she misses here. She definitely does, despite her extra shift. Okay, so I think, don't want to be too cocky here, but we should be able to just end this here. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do a heavy slash to mix it up. d6 plus 2. Another one, but that does not concern us because that's exactly enough. So Stone Maiden pulverized. 90 XP for us, putting us at 1265. No treasure. Why are these level 3 monsters all not dropping any treasure? The Fex, the Ghost, the Stone Maiden. I am not liking that. I'd like some money. But probably gold has no value to the undead, I'm guessing. So that is that combat done, but we still have the room itself. So if we survive, roll on CT3, which, what's that? A chest table? Oh, sure is. In chest table 3. You spot a chest and open it. Inside you find the following. Come on, high roll. Don't know if I'd call that high. So the chest contains a sack which you rummage through. Inside is a cheese and some bread. Gain 1 ration. Okay, so the XP is nice, but fighting a stone statue come to life just to find a piece of cheese and a toast, I don't know if I'd call that a great deal. I'm not even gonna look what else could have been in that chest to leave a bit of surprise. So that is a unique room. I didn't mark that down, which means we won't find that again on this floor. And reinforced doors I already put in. So let's see if we can pick our way through these reinforced doors or if we'll have to wait. Let's just roll first. So on a 5 or a 6 it's locked. That is super locked. And now I'm not even going to note down the little L. Usually you mark with a L if the door is locked, but because we're going to try to get through it immediately, I think it makes no sense. So, how does lockpicking work? Well, we can first of all roll for the quality of the lock, just 2d6. And that's quite the high roll, okay, so high rolling dice here coming back to bite us. So I'll say here door lock 11 from the stone garrison. So that means we have to roll at least an 11 ourselves, rolling 2d6. But we get to apply our precision modifier, which is +2. And we can use a lockpick, and we have quite a few lockpicks and nice ones at that. We have these +3 ones, which I think we've got 7 of them, so I'll definitely use one of them now. So let's erase one of those. That means we have a +5 on the roll, which 11 is still very high, so we might not even be able to do that. But let's just see if we can pick the lock. And if we don't, it sort of breaks or gets jammed, and we have to wait for someone to come through. Okay, so that's a 7 plus our 5, 3 from the pick and 2 precision is definitely enough to pick the lock. Close, you know, it's a 12, but we have made it through. Zack. I'll just put that like that. And we can roll for our next room here. A 4 by 5. How many doors? 3 doors again. So how do I want to do this? So I think I will put the room like that, because then it borders exactly there. And we will put in as many of the doors as we can, because we might be able to squeeze in rooms down there. I'm not exactly sure, I'll have to count later, but I feel like the funky door layout has sort of led to this floor having a few less rooms than usual. But like that, we've still got 2 spaces there for smaller rooms and then on to the bigger chamber here. Yeah, so let's just roll on the level 3 rooms table for the type of room that is. 1 and a 2. A gated tomb, which isn't unique and has random exits. Oh no, here we go again. So before I read out the gated tomb, I think I'm just going to roll on the exit type table before I forget again. 3 and a 5 is metal doors and all are locked. Wow. Yeah, so gated tomb, no joke. So if we want to get through these, we have to pick all of them. And I'll just instantly roll for the locks as well. So the one at the top is a 7. And the one on the right, that's a 9. That outside. And the one down is a 12. Oh god, okay, so I don't think we're getting through there. Or we might have to wait if we want to. These numbers are super small, but they're just for me to remember the lock qualities. So the tomb, the gated tomb. In the center of this room is an iron gate and fence. Within is a smart-looking stone tomb. Smart-looking? The gate is locked, and that's a lock -1. Okay, so we haven't really been picking locks this run, and now suddenly nothing but locks here. Set into the side of the tomb is a hatch. Roll on SECT1. So what I'm guessing is we'll just quickly put in like a little iron fence here with a little tomb, and we'll say the tomb lock, and it says here is a lock -1, so we roll and it has -1 on the lock quality. Okay, so that's at least a 5, not another 12 or 11. So that's actually the easiest door to get into. So I think before we try any of these metal doors, we definitely want to try to get to that hatch. And to do that, we have to get through the tomb lock, now a 5, with our precision is very doable, but if we break it, if we roll really badly, I think we won't be able to get in there at all, because I don't see how someone would come through that door, except if the dead rises from the grave, which, you know, stranger things have happened. But for that reason, and because we have quite a few of them, I'm going to use another one of the +3 lockpicks. I hope this will be worth it. So that means we have +5 on the roll again, trying to pick a lock of quality 5, which means the roll doesn't matter. Now would have been enough, but that just ensures that we can get in there, pick that lock, and now we can look at that hatch. So we have to roll on SECT1, which I'll have to quickly find. This is your time to try and guess what SECT1 stands for. If you guessed secret hatch table 1, you guessed correctly. Rolling 2d6, that's a 7. There's a small box of trinkets here. Inside is a glass orb, an acorn, and a black feather. That's interesting. So, do those need to go into pouches? We don't have a lot of pouches left. Actually, not enough in that case. Although I'm not sure if we can maybe combine the lockpicks into one pouch, or if the lockpicks even need a pouch. Yeah, so far I've not worried about this because we just kept getting pouches, but now it looks like it might be getting kind of tight here. I will just first of all note down, what was it, a glass orb and an acorn, and then we've got a black feather. Yeah, so I will combine the lockpicks. I hope that's okay, but I don't see a reason why not. So adding another 3 on there. So we've got our 5 lockpicks there, and this will be the black feather. Yeah, the whole pouch system isn't really explained in too much detail, or a bit, just says things that are fragile or tiny or loose need to go into pouches. And by that logic, I think something like the lockpicks or maybe the leather straps or something like that could just go into the backpack without needing a pouch, or just, anywhere. But I'm not sure. So we've got that. I think the glass orb was definitely one of the favored items for one of the gods. I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so Nevasator likes glass orbs with a +1. Acorns, +1 for Adatkina. And black feathers for so these are 3 sort of medium quality offerings. Not the very high ones, those are all gemstones. But that's nice. So that's like a nice worshipper's care package for the gods. Okay, we'll take it. We have bigger problems, which are these metal doors. Now, again, we're going to have to roll some lockpicking rolls. And I think this time with our 9 lock here, I'll just do the natural roll. So with a +2 and hope to roll at least a 9, because I wouldn't mind fighting at least once. But as I said, for the tomb, I wanted to ensure that we open it, because I don't think we could have waited for patrol to come from the tomb. But that's an 11, so that would have even gotten us through down here. But first, let's look behind that door. What do we see? 5x3 room. With 2 more doors. I put one going straight ahead and one straight down. What might this room be? Ooh, double 1. So that's a stone tomb. There's a lot of tombs here. There's a simple stone sarcophagus in this space. The surface is rough with no markings. And that is not a unique room. No, I didn't even number these. Stone tomb. Roll a d6. On a 1, 2, 3, the lid falls away and a corpse sits up, which then we have to roll on level 3 UN, which I'm just guessing is level 3 undead. And if you survive, roll on SLT1, which is that sarcophagus loot table, I think. So let's see if a corpse sits up. Sure does. L3UN. Have to quickly pull that up. I don't think we rolled on that before. We rolled on the patrols and so on. Yeah, so indeed that's level 3 undead. Let's just hope it's not another Ashen Fext. Nope, it's a skeleton warrior. So we might actually have rolled on that before, I didn't know. Yeah, so that's where the Ashen Fext came from, I think. Okay, so skeleton warrior is another new enemy. I'm curious if it bears any resemblance to the normal warriors we kept fighting. Let's see here. No, those are level 4s already. I don't see the skeleton warrior here, so it might actually be a level 2. I mean, it was a low roll on the undead. Yeah, it's a level 2 enemy, only 10 HP. And let's look at the interrupts here. So only 1 shift, that's nice. And we get to roll on the body search table. Ooh, that's the glare again, I'm sorry. And that body search table, I'm still waiting for the 22 gold coins again. And it's got an interrupt on primary 3s and 4s. So a swooping spin, again debuffed, but still stronger than the heavy slash. Yeah, so looking at the maneuvers, it's got a double 2 and a double 5. That's easy to remember. Double 2 will be blocked by a helmet, so that'll be d6 minus 3 instead. And the double 5 will hit our padded tunic, which will be d6 minus 4. So this won't be doing a lot of damage to us, which is good news. Yeah, that helmet doing something there. Okay, let's just attack. I don't think we need to take any precautions or use any potions. Why am I rolling 1d6? That won't go well, so let's attack with 2d6. 5 and a 4. Now we can't get that down to the swooping spin, so we'll just do a heavy slash. d6 plus 2. 4 damage. And get attacked ourselves. 3 and a 5. Now, because it's only got 1 shift, it won't be able to turn the 3 into a 5. Let's attack again. 5 and a 2. We can shift that down to the swooping spin. 3 and a 2, which will be interrupted, but d6 plus 3. And that's 9, so that skeleton got turned into powder, I'd say. Yeah, so not hard at all, but I think it was a low-level patrol or low-level undead anyways. But we get to roll on that body search table. And 40 XP, so 1305 XP. Not bad. 30% to level 5. I like that. Let's quickly pull up the body search table. And this is body search table 1 with no modifiers. Let's hope for some gold. It's an 8. Strapped to the creature's back is a throwing axe plus 3. Oh, we got that before as well, but I'm not complaining. Maybe if the skeleton had used its throwing axe, the fight might have been a bit harder for us, but like that, I'll just take the X and say thank you. Very nice. Okay, so skeleton warriors, not a problem for us. That's the stone tomb done. Oh no, it's not. If we survive, we roll on the sarcophagus loot table. Right, right. Even more loot for us. Now again, this will take a quick second. And that's sarcophagus loot table 1 with no modifier. A 7. At the bottom of the space is an old vase. Inside are some gold bands with 2d6 gold coins. Let's roll the 2d6. Okay, mixed bag, a 7, that's average. Gold bands, 7 gold coins. I'm still sort of growing more and more suspicious of those 22 gold coins we got off the one zombie in the beginning, but that might have just been super lucky. In fact, I'll quickly check the body search table again if I made a mistake last time. Yeah, turns out the roll was indeed a 7 back then. I just double checked and we rolled that golden chain. I now noted it down as treasure. Now that's unlikely to make a huge difference, but I think there's some things that might make you lose your sort of cash or something like that. So that might make a difference, or maybe even someone could use a golden chain, I don't know. But so that was correct, that body search table seems to have a big range of value you can roll. So gold bands, 7 gold coins versus golden chain, 22 gold coins. Or I think we even got like just some Maleko leaves before, which is nice. I appreciate the variety. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give myself 22 gold and it should have been silver or something like that, because I was growing suspicious, as I said. So that's the stone tomb done. And going on, I think we'll move down, and that'll probably be our last room for today. That is a 6x4, which fits very nicely in here actually. It won't have a lot of doors. Okay, but does have at least one. Put that like this and see what we find. So a 4 and a 2. That is an ancient effigy, which is unique as well. It has archways. I'm guessing some god stuff. A long time ago in this plain room, someone erected a grisly effigy to the god Meduva. You may make a correct offering to Meduva to gain 1 favor point, and then roll on L2TR. So, Meduva, that's the rot. We don't have any more bone, I think, but we do have leather straps. So let's definitely offer those. Yeah, we got rid of our second set of human teeth as well. So offer the leather strap, gaining us a favor point. Interesting, we haven't really interfaced with Intuneric, which is the black feather god, and Muratania we, I think, found offering or spots but didn't wanna. Actually, she takes leather as well. That's interesting. So I thought she only took like meat and blood and that stuff. But that's nice. We might save some leather for her then, because I don't really want to start gutting the enemies. Also, I don't think we can really gut stone statues or skeletons, right? So that's that. Let's roll on that table, L2TR, which I have no idea what that stands for. Oh, that's the trap again. Level 2 trap table. I think we did roll on that before. That's a 3. It sounds bad. You stand on a slab that shifts. Roll d6 and add precision. On a 4 or lower, lose 2 HP as you twist your ankle. Oh, okay. So twisting your ankle. Okay. Yeah, seems like on the trap table high rolls are worse. Just had a quick look. So we've got 2 precision. I think we can do it without twisting our ankle. Yep. So we pull our ankle back and that's that. Done. Kind of a boring room, but gaining those favor points now might really come in handy later. If we're ever in a pinch and need to heal or something similar. Where do we go now? I think just straight ahead here. See what we roll. A 6x1 corridor. I don't like that. Actually, I said this was the last room for this video, right? So we'll just put in the corridor. And then I'll end the video. Then let's quickly roll for doors. 3 doors, of course. That's going to be hard to fit here, but we'll try. Maybe I shouldn't have made that a corridor then, and I'll just connect it up here because there's nothing in between there. And I think like that, this is how far we are going today. So it seems like we didn't take any damage. Did I forget to note something down? No, but the Stone Maiden didn't hit us, and the Skeleton Warrior we just crushed and we didn't fight anything else. Yeah. So quite a calm day in the dungeon. So we're still looking good. I don't even know if we want to look for an exit. I mean, it can't hurt, but 29 gold. Don't know if we can do much with that. So we might be able to load off some of our trash at the village. Yeah, so I think we'll just continue on next time because we are sitting pretty here. And I'm having fun exploring the dungeon. Obviously, somewhere here is going to be our way down. That's the kind of how I planned it. And I hope we are not then way under leveled. But I think probably if the dungeon has 10 levels and there's 10 adventurer levels, this is probably fine. Leveling up to level 4 during the level 3 dungeon and then going down to level 4 while being at level 4 seems like makes sense, at least to me. Okay, so next time we'll keep exploring to the east and probably find some stairs down. And have a nice day, and I'll see you then.